Yo, what is up, YouTube family? Calculus Wizard here, and today we're going to be going over our antiderivative formula sheet. If you guys need help on the derivative formula sheet, make sure you go check out my last video. I'll have it linked in the description below. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. So first, if we're going to do any antiderivatives, we always have to remember that our antiderivative, we always have to have that constant value here, that plus c, and that plus c can be any value that you want. So we're going to get into our formulas here. On the left hand side, we're going to have our functions, and on the right hand side, we're going to have their antiderivatives. So first, we're going to start with the simple 0, and its antiderivative is going to be c. Next, we're going to go into 1. Its antiderivative x plus our constant c. Next, we're going to get into x to the a, and in this case, a cannot equal -1. And the antiderivative of this is going to be our x to the a plus 1 all over a plus 1 plus c. Okay, I'm going to go into the example if a does equal -1. So our x to the -1, and this is just the same thing as our 1 over x, and the antiderivative of that is going to be our ln absolute value of x plus our constant c value. Next, we're going to get into the best function ever, and it's e to the x. Its derivative and antiderivative are, guess what? The exact same, except got to have that plus c value. Next, we're going to get into our a to the power of x, and its antiderivative is going to be a to the x over ln a plus our constant c value. We have to set limitations for our a. They have to be greater than 0 and cannot equal 1 because we do not want to be dividing by 0. Next, we're going to get into our trig functions. So first, we're going to start off with sine of x, and its antiderivative is going to be our negative cosine of x plus that constant c value. Our cosine of x function's antiderivative is going to be sine of x plus that constant c value. Next, we're going to get into our secant squared x, and its antiderivative is going to be tangent x plus our constant c value that we love so much. And now we're going to do a fun one. We're going to go to the beach and get a sexy tan, and we're going to find that its antiderivative is going to be secant of x plus our constant c value. Next, we're going to get into cosecant, cotangent of x, and its antiderivative is going to be our negative cosecant of x plus that constant c value. Next, we're going to get into cosecant squared of x, and its antiderivative is going to be our negative cotangent of x plus, guess what? That constant c value. So we're going to get into our inverse trig functions here. Okay, so our first one's going to be 1 over square root of 1 minus x squared, and this is going to equal our sine inverse of x plus that constant c, or negative cosine of x, inverse, my bad, plus that constant c value. Next, we're going to get into our 1 over 1 plus x squared, and the antiderivative of that is our tangent inverse of x plus, guess what? You called it, that c value right there. And that's going to be our last one. Make sure you guys understand this before you guys test. You can copy this down. I won't tell anyone, won't tell your teachers. Just make sure you know it for your test, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.